Hi, welcome to this Kaplan video on our different ACCA courses that we offer. We do offer a range of different qualifications at Kaplan. This video is primarily focused on the applied skills and strategic professional levels for the ACCA qualification. My name's Andrew Mower and I am a tutor in London. So Kaplan offer all sorts of different study methods, and I'm going to run through each of these one by one. And within those, I'll talk about the different courses that we offer and are available to students. We get some students just asking, right, what's the difference between these, what's included here, and so on. So hopefully this video will help you to understand the different products we offer and reasons why you might want to choose one over the other. We're going to start with distance learning. Now, this is the most basic course that we offer at Kaplan. It's primarily on students to study in their own time. So they'll be provided with Kaplan materials. It's then a case of working through those materials. So the study text, the workbook, with the help of our online platform, My Kaplan. So you do get support from Kaplan. We also give you a study program to work your way through so you know whether you're on track and what you need to cover. And then there are some online modules, so application and exam prep modules to make sure you're ready for the exam. These courses do also include some marking. So there are marked assessments throughout the course, including a marked mock exam. But it's very much dependent on students studying in their own time using the books. The next product, so the next level up in a way, is our OnDemand product. Now, this is our award-winning platform. It's a great product. You can try it if you want to see what OnDemand is all about. There are some trials available on the Kaplan website. This includes more tutor videos. So you will be watching tutors talk you through topics rather than studying it yourself. It's more tutor led. So you have tutors explaining topics to you in short, concise videos. And then it's up to you how much you want to study. So you could study for 15 minutes one evening, and then you might go on and do a couple of hours the next evening. Entirely up to you. The videos are designed to be broken down into little chunks so that they work for you. And they include activities. So a tutor will talk you through something, and then you might have to answer a question, for example. So it keeps you on your toes. You also then get these application and exam prep modules so that you're prepared for the exam. And again, they do include marking throughout. They do also include this marked mock exam to see how you're getting on. We then get into the live sessions. The first of which I want to talk about are our live online classes. So these are interactive classes. We use the platform Zoom, which I'm sure many of you are now familiar with. So tutors will be talking to students. So you log in at a set time. So it is live. It's not a pre-recorded video like you see with OnDemand. It is a live session. Students then can interact. So there's a chat panel. So students can type in their questions. You also have the ability to turn on your microphone if you want to, and we can also now turn on your webcam if you wanted to. So if you have a question, for example, at lunchtime or after the session, we could turn on your webcam. We can have a quick chat and discuss that. So it's a great product. It works really, really nicely. So with the tutors, we get a lot of interaction with students. So you can ask questions throughout on the chat panel, or as I say, you can even unmute the microphone if you want to. So works really well. These sessions are then also recorded, so you can go back and watch them the next day or a bit later. So if you missed one or you wanted to recap something, you can go back and watch them, which is really nice as well. You do still get access to all of the content on My Kaplan, as we've talked about. So there's everything that you'd expect on My Kaplan in terms of little assessments, the marked assessments that we've talked about as well. So plenty for you to look at on there. This is split into 3 phases when you attend live online classes. So you've got tuition, which is where the tutor will go through the material and sort of work your way through teaching you everything that you need to know. There's then another phase. Usually there's a bit of a gap, then you come back for another phase, which is revision. And that's the phase where you more focus on exam questions. So usually based on past exam questions using the Kaplan exam kit, which has loads of questions in for you to practice. And the tutors will guide you through that, more focus on exam technique, application of your knowledge rather than just learning it in the first place. It's now, right, how do we turn that knowledge into a decent exam answer that is going to score you loads of marks? So that's what the revision phase is about, making sure we've covered everything with a recap of topics if necessary and so on. The third phase is then this thing called a question-based session, which is where students attempt some questions, and then we then have a debrief based on how you performed. So with live online, you will attempt some questions. So it's sort of meant to be as close to the exam as you can. So we suggest you do it under exam conditions. You attempt the questions. They then get marked by a marker, and then the tutor will then debrief that at some point afterwards, looking at how the class performed on certain areas. We get all sorts of data and stats around performance, so we can then sort of refocus a debrief session on how everyone performed. We then also offer our classroom product, which is the sort of traditional way of teaching, I suppose. And this is a Kaplan classroom. This is our Cambridge Centre. So just to give you an idea as to what some of the classrooms look like. So that's where you've got a tutor in a classroom, talking to the students, obviously with the option to ask questions live and so on. Again, still access to the My Kaplan platform. So all those resources as well, and all the marked assessments. Just like you see with the live online product, is split into three phases. So you've got tuition, where you're learning the stuff, revision, where you're going through things, and then your question-based. Question-based is slightly different in the classroom because you come in and attempt the questions in the center, whereas live online, you do them in advance, and then there's a debrief session later. With classroom, you come in on the day and attempt the questions. They then get marked. You do a question, it then gets marked sort of behind the scenes by some markers, and then you're getting the questions back throughout the day. So it spans a whole day when you're in the classroom, whereas with live online, it's a slightly different setup. So apart from that, the classroom is just sort of a live version almost of the live online. Obviously, with a classroom session, it's not recorded. So that's one thing to bear in mind. If you would like the idea of being able to pause, rewind what you did the day before, the live online product, you can do that, whereas classroom, you haven't got that luxury, but obviously you still do have your tutor to support you through things and to help if necessary. Just a quick note on this split into three phases for both live online and classroom. This doesn't apply to SBL, which is because it's a slightly different course. That's sort of all merged into one package. These three phases apply for all the others. So, for example, FM or AFM, whatever you're doing, you can buy these separately if you wanted to. You can buy them as a package, or if you wanted to just do one element, you could. Whereas with SBL, that is a combined package, just slightly different. So hopefully that gives you an overview of the different study methods. So you've got your distance learning, you've got on-demand, and then you've got live online and classroom, but also the different phases Kaplan offer. So for live online and classroom, you've got your tuition, so you're learning, your revision, which is your more exam practice and application, and then you've got your question-based sessions, which is you giving it a go, getting marked, and then getting some feedback from a tutor. Okay, thanks for listening. I hope you found that useful. Of course, there's plenty more information on the Kaplan website if you want to have a look at the different courses we offer. And obviously, if you have any queries, feel free to get in touch with our student services team, who'll be able to advise you which course they think is best for you. And you've got timetables on there for the live online and classroom courses to see when it'll work for you. So whichever course you decide to go for, best of luck with your studies and take care.